I've been collecting watches from AliExpress for a few years now, and I've seen the good, the bad, and everything in between. Brands like San Martin, Addiesdive, and Watchdives get a lot of the attention, and that makes sense. They make some really great watches. But once in a while, a new brand pops up that really grabs my attention, and that's exactly what happened with WM and their latest release with the 194. Right out of the box, this dive watch surprised me. It's got some serious heft to it, way more than I expected. Although it's made from the same 316L stainless steel as most other AliExpress watches, this one feels like it could take them all in a fight. It's built like a tank and looks like one too. It's available in 3 dial colors, 2 in black and 1 in blue. All of them look awesome, so picking one wasn't easy, but I ended up going with the black dial and black bezel insert. I was a little nervous with how the orange would look in person, but I've got to say, it's just the right shade. Not too loud, but it definitely pops and looks really cool. The details on this watch really make it stand out from the sea of dive watches that tend to follow the Submariner formula. That's not a bad thing, but it's always fun to see something with a little more style and character. The bezel, case design, and bracelet all give off a serious tool watch vibe, and the specs are rock solid. Starting with the top, you have a flat sapphire crystal with an anti-reflective coating. Thankfully, it's clear rather than the blue-tinted AR some watches have, which I think looks much cleaner. The crystal sits almost flush with the case, helping keep the overall profile nice and slim. Then there's the bezel, which is one of my favorite parts of this watch. It has a rugged gear tooth design and a black insert, but what really sold me is the bezel action. It turns smoothly, has zero side-to-side play, and lines up perfectly at the 12. Moving on to the dial, it's got really nice details, a great balance of colors, and perfect legibility. The black center takes up most of the space, while the orange outer ring adds just the right amount of contrast without going overboard, and the white hour markers tie everything together nicely. WM kept the text minimal, just their logo up top and automatic with the water resistance rating at the bottom. There's also a date window at the 3 o'clock that blends in well with the overall layout. The hands were definitely another pleasant surprise. They're arrow-shaped, a bit thicker than what I usually see on Ali watches, and they really elevate the look of the watch. The orange accents are a slightly different shade, which helps them pop against the dial and make them easy to read. My favorite part is the seconds hands with that little rectangular detail near the tip. It plays well with the fun, rugged design of the watch. Now let's talk about the case, which is easily the most interesting part of this watch. It's got a blocky industrial shape, almost like a mix between a skin diver and an integrated bracelet design, but not quite either. The size is spot on for something that leans a bit larger. 42 millimeters in diameter, 12.3 millimeters thick, and 48 millimeters lug to lug. It looks really great on my 7-inch wrist, but it would also look nice on smaller wrists or anyone who likes a watch with a bit more wrist presence. The case is fully brushed with a thin polished chamfer along the edges that adds just the right amount of contrast. Around back, there's a display case back showcasing the Seiko NH35 automatic movement. The crown is standard, screws down, and helps achieve the 200 meters of water resistance. And then there's the bracelet, which honestly is a big part of why I love this watch. It's rock solid with no sharp edges and drapes around my wrist really well. While it follows the familiar 3-link oyster style, the links are shorter, giving it a slightly different look. They're brushed on top, polished on the sides, and match the case perfectly. The clasp is fully milled, push button with a security closure, signed with the WM logo, and has 6 micro adjustments, so getting the perfect fit won't be an issue. Plus, the female end links make it even more comfortable on the wrist. For $107, this watch is definitely great value, and if you're into well-built, tough watches, I think the 194 won't disappoint. So it'll be exciting to see what else they release throughout the year. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.